Welcome back, everyone, to the Sacramento Kings MyLeague here on NBA 2K19. Last episode was the NBA draft. The Kings originally had picks 8, 21, and then second pick of the second round. They used picks 21 and 32 to trade up, as well as some other assets. It wasn't just straight up, to get the 10th pick. So with the 8th pick, they took small forward out of Kansas, Precious Achiuwa, and then with the 10th pick, channel legend and guard Brian Antoine out of Villanova. And also in that trade-up, they added Ante Zizic, but did trade away Charles Bassey. So let's take a look at free agency, which is obviously the big part of this episode. So looking at player and team options, Marvin Bagley, accept. De'Aaron Fox, accept. Mo Wagner, accept. Harry Giles, accept. Savai Mikhailuk, accept. Naz Reid, accept. Let's take a look at players whose options were declined, whether it was their team declining it or them declining it on their own if it was a player option. Looks like most people did accept their options. The best player who didn't was anyone? Did anyone decline? The best one was Justin Jackson, former Sacramento King. His team option from Oklahoma City got declined, so he's going to be an unrestricted free agent this summer. Next up, I believe, is qualifying offers, if I'm not mistaken. And there are two players up for qualifying offers, Buddy Hield and Wenli Lee. Buddy Hield's qualifying offer will be extended. Wenli Lee's will not be extended. And here we go, everyone. Unrestricted and restricted free agency. So the top headlines are mostly players from the 2016 class, like Ben Simmons, Jaylen Brown, Brandon Ingram, and Jamal Murray. Some notable unrestricted free agents include Marc Gasol, Chris Middleton, Hassan Whiteside, Jabari Parker, Miles Turner, Terry Rozier, who was on the Kings last year. Jonathan Isaac got cut? What? Why would they do that? Yeah, so there you go. Buddy Hield has 3 offers, by the way. Interesting. The Knicks and the Magic. Ante Zizic is racking up a little bit too much dough, so he is headed to the Milwaukee Bucks for a future first-round pick. The Kings have offered contracts to 3 players in Stage 1. The first one being restricted free agent Jaylen Brown. The second one being restricted free agent Jamal Murray, who's definitely going back to the Nuggets. And then the last one was Terry Rozier. He was on the Kings last year, so the Kings, I guess, would not mind bringing him back. So, Jaylen Brown and Terry Rozier both accept their contracts. So, there you go. I don't know why it says he's a trade exception. He's still on our team. So, Jamal Murray is obviously going back to Denver. Will the Celtics match it? And the Kings don't have enough money anyway, so this is going to be challenging. Alright, so I'm very confused by this Bogdanovich thing. And the plan is that his trade exception rights will be renounced. I will make sure Bogdanovich is on the team next year, so don't worry. And Jaylen Brown, will the Celtics match it? Yes, they do. So Jaylen Brown is headed back to the Celtics. Alright, so after Stage 2, Terry Rozier and Buddy Hield both accept contracts. Ben Simmons headed back to the Sixers. Doesn't hurt to shoot your shot, right? So Terry Rozier will return at the backup point guard role, and then Buddy Hield, he will get a 1-year deal worth $13.07 million, and he is a team option for the second year. Rozier got a 1-year contract last year, and he's getting another one of those this year. Caris LeVert has also been signed to a 1-year contract worth $10.52 million, so welcome to Sacramento, Caris. We have some breaking news as a blockbuster trade has happened in the NBA involving our very own Sacramento Kings, as Buddy Hield, Terry Rozier, Caris LeVert, and Bogdan Bogdanovich, as well as a 2023 top 5 protected OKC Thunder first-round pick, are headed to the Charlotte Hornets for Raul Neto, Costa Koufos, Bruno Fernando, and Kemba Walker. So Kemba Walker is a Sacramento King. The Kings are going in on a playoff run this year. They're trading some very talented role players away. I believe they traded Buddy Hield, Rozier, Caris LeVert, and somebody else. So they traded away some good players, but they are getting an all-star in Kemba Walker. So the Kings, they're giving up a lot, so I think it's a good trade for the Hornets, as they're getting some young assets for Kemba, and they can rebuild. And not to mention, they drafted a point guard in Cole Anthony, number 2 overall. So they sort of knew they were going to trade Kemba. And for the Kings, they get a veteran leader. The Kings have been tanking for a while, and they have a number of really good picks, as well as young players. So they are ready to maybe start winning some games. Maybe not winning games initially, because that team chemistry is not pretty. Here's a look at the rotation the Kings will be going with this season. De'Aaron Fox, Kemba Walker, RJ Barrett, Marvin Bagley, and Mo Wagner. Up the bench, Precious Achiuwa, Brian Antoine, Josh Swisherson, and Kevin Porter Jr. So no bigs off the bench. Mo Wagner or Marvin Bagley are always going to have to be in the game. The Kings have some big men down here like Bruno Fernando, Harry Giles, Costa Koufos, Naz Reid, but none of them are actually getting playing time, at least for the start of the season. And Kemba Walker will not be playing point guard. He will be playing shooting guard. And De'Aaron Fox will stay at that point guard. That'll end the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. So free agency was somewhat uneventful, as everyone we signed, I believe we traded in the Kemba Walker deal. But Kemba Walker is now a Sacramento King. That's pretty much the only thing that happened this episode. But I guess it was entertaining. If you thought it was entertaining, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you're not already. Tomorrow I will be uploading the Season 5 preview for Westlake. Woohoo! So, yeah, be excited for that.